Welcome to the Prospective Podcast with your hosts ULTRAMAG7 and Kotta Ranks. The Pros Perspective. The Prospective is a monthly event held in Center City, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at the Khyber Pass Pub. Live music, a live audience, a live conversation, culture, vibes, the Prospective.
Yo, this is your man ULTRAMAG7. Welcome back to another episode of the Prospective Podcast. We have a great episode with my man Jazzsoon. As always, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. You know, we'll be here every month, me and my man Kotta Ranks, bringing you interviews with hip-hop's who's who. You know, you can check out our previous episode with my main man, Mr. Len. You can follow us on YouTube. We have video footage from the podcast that we put up. You can follow us on Instagram at the.prospective.podcast. Hey, if you're in the Philadelphia area, come check us out live. We'll be back every month with interviews from hip-hop's who's who. That's enough talk. Now let's get to the episode. Peace. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, we just gonna hold it down. Ha 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 ha. Yo, my hat looks a crazy color right now. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. It go chill out hops. You can't hit those spots cause your shit for quick like crypto stocks. I boogie on down at the disco spots or the Village Vanguard with my Risco watch. We can get it poppin' like Crisco Pops. Get chips like San Francisco cops. What? I always keep it on cause the shit don't stop from 6 o'clock till 6 o'clock. What? You got a little gear but your shit look chopped. Don't get gas like the sick go shop. I don't stress, I just get mad props cause I keep the goods like a Nabisco box.
Let's go.
Fresh to death when I hit your block. The Clarks is tan, I rock 'em with no socks. You can't flam cause the drip go drop. I'll flip the script to make your hip go hop. Woo!
What?
Yeah, what up? Yo, I only know that rhyme right there because that's some new shit I'm doing, and I recorded it I wrote it and I recorded it.
Okay.
So like I know that right now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Top of mind.
Yo, what up? What's going on? What's popping off? Live with my man Ultra and Kotta Ranks. We right here right now. Yo, what up, man? What's popping off? Yeah. You got all of that? You recorded that? Oh, shit! We going platinum next week. But yo, my man, I got a homeboy. He used to say, yo, we platinum gold. Yo, nah, for real. I got a dude. He used to say, yo, we platinum gold. I got another homeboy that he never used plurals. I swear to you, never use. Yo, he'd be like, yo, Frank, you wanna go get a chicken wing? I swear to you, bro. I swear, I'm not lying to you. Yo, you wanna go get a chicken wing? I'm like, yo, you wanna get just one
Multiple
chicken
wings?
wing? Yeah, like, yeah. Crazy shit. Yo. Yeah.
All right. We are yo, so butt kills me.
Yo.
We are back for another episode of the Prospective Podcast. Episode number 2. And thanks to the Khyber Pass for hosting us. Number 1.
Soundman Steve.
Yeah. We got his name right this time. Steve, thank you, sir.
Soundman Steve.
Soundman Steve. Kotta Ranks, we got a sponsor.
Yes, we do.
Tell them about the sponsor.
Half Acre. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out Half Acre.
Listen, we've been drinking Half Acre all day, so shout out to Half Acre. Thank you for supporting the movement and what we're doing. Like I said last time, as I look around, we're hip hoppers of a certain age. This is what we do. We don't get. I was telling Soulbuck my back hurt. You know what I mean? I was telling Bug my back hurt. So this is what we do. We come out in the afternoon. You hear some music. We have a little conversation, and for people, I hope they understand. I mean, you'll hear this now. The people here, you get it, but this will be a podcast later. You know what I mean? It's streaming on all platforms. Chuck D just picked it up. We'll be on rap stations. So, we're doing some things. Kotta Ranks, his brother. Nah, all right, we gonna battle back and forth. He put the battery in my back. I put the battery in his back.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Exactly.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Ultramag ain't. As we get into it, let me tell you how I met our guests. Let me set this up. I'm scrolling through Instagram, going through, and I see this dude with this mic, this echo mic, and he's just straight wilding.
Was he on the streets, eh?
He was in the streets. He was in his crib.
Yeah,
he was all over the place. Then I see, so that caught my attention. Next thing I know, he's cutting up records. He's cutting up breaks. Then I'm like, oh, this dude got music. Then I'm listening to the music, and I'm like, yo, this is what I like. And I'm like, who is this dude? Mm-hmm. And it's our guest here, Jazzsoon.
Yo.
AKA Jazzy Frankie.
Yeah.
So, we're just gonna be Jazzsoon. We're gonna keep it light, a little,
Oh man, I'm comfortable right now, man.
Listen,
I feel like I'm at home, man.
You are home.
Thank you.
And we appreciate, you taking your time.
Likewise. I appreciate what you do too, man. Yeah. When I saw it, I was like, oh shit, okay, yeah.
We all in the same, we all hip hoppers that we come from a certain time and space, so we know what's going on.
Yeah, 100%.
So let's get into this. One thing I always wanted to know is the name Jazzsoon.
All right.
Where did you get the name Jazzsoon? How'd you come up with the name Jazzsoon?
All right, so I had a million names, right? And I was just like always looking for a name that I was like cool with, right? Mm-hmm. But it had to mean something too. Mm-hmm. I couldn't just come up with a name and it not mean anything. Right. So I was really into jazz. Since I was a teenager, I started digging for records like around 17 years old, 16, 17. Mm-hmm. And I just took to jazz because the things I was into hip-hop wise sampled a lot of jazz. Right? So that's how I got in tune to that. But then fell in love with that, Mm-hmm. So there you go, jazz, right?
Right.
And then, my grandfather was a big influence to me as well. My grandfather. Also my pops, shout out to my pops, rest in peace to my pops and to my grandfather. But my grandfather always kept this this VO5 Vidal Sassoon jump off, and he used to. So jazz and Vidal Sassoon, right? Jazzsoon. Mm-hmm. So and then I broke that down into an acronym, which is Jazzy Spiff out on 9th Street.
Okay.
Oh. I'm from 9th Street between 4th and 5th, Park Slope, Brooklyn. That's where I grew up.
Okay.
You know what's crazy? It's funny. This is so crazy. I was talking, shout out to my homegirl Azadeh, and she said the Vidal Sassoon.
Yeah, that's what caught me.
And I don't want to go down this. I don't want to go down. Listen, I got in trouble last time because we had Mr. Len last time.
Right.
And he thought I was making fun of his name. But you know what I think of?
What's that?
And I guess I always take it to the ladies or something. You remember Sassoon Jeans?
J Royale, what up?
Ooh la la.
Oh yeah. No, I remember those commercials.
Right.
I remember those commercials.
So you didn't take offense. I appreciate
No, not at all. No, I remember that. That's bro. Come on, man. All of that.
Yeah.
I got a lot of music in the stash, and I got a joint called New York Television, New York Radio.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So that's a big. All of those commercials, Grey Poupon.
Pardon me, would you have any Grey Poupon? But of course.
You got all that shit, right?
You know
Out
I
here,
do,
right?
yeah, you know I
Grey
do it.
Poupon, the Mind of Minota.
Only from the mind of Minota.
We could go on for days. So all of that shit is big. Yeah, that's a part of this shit too.
Listen, bro.
Yeah.
You need videos for the project.
Yo, I do.
You know
I
who the-
do.
you know
The
who the-
king of the flea market. Yo, my brother Esco and the Sprat. Yeah, king of the flea market.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I need them videos.
Brother, we
Yeah,
connected now.
we here.
We are here.
We here.
King of the flea market.
We here. We here.
Coming soon, you know.
Oh, so let's talk about some current projects. Let's talk about the Heavy Archives 11.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to my man Thick Crates.
shout out to Paul. Listen, Thick Crates. I could just, I just call him Paul.
Shout out to Paul at Thick
At
Crates.
Thick Crates,
Let's say
yeah.
that. Yeah,
Clarify
yeah. 'Cause,
that.
Nah, we gotta say that now.
Exactly.
No, we do. For real, we really do. We really do.
Absolutely. But it's everything like you do, the way that the packaging, the way it comes across, and when I listen to it, it just sounds like it's some late night bombing type music. Like, you know what I mean? Like
It's definitely some of that.
yeah,
It's
so
definitely some
talk to
of
us
that.
about that a little bit.
Man, that's a big part of my life, man. That was probably my initiation into everything. Is graffiti.
What did you write?
I don't want to.
Okay, now
I still might go take tags. Even though I did throw it out there a little while ago, but you didn't catch that. But that's cool. Yo, yeah. Shout out to the beer, Reef Knot, and all of that.
That's our sponsor.
Yeah, Summer Breeze, baby. Summer Breeze makes me feel fine. Yeah.
Maria.
Let's go. My man Ultra. I need them videos.
Oh, brother, what
Yeah,
you saying?
yeah.
King of the flea market. I'm not playing.
Yeah. All right, my bad.
No, you good.
You good, bro?
So like Heavy Archives.
Yeah.
So are these all old beats?
Yeah,
Or what
all right.
is it? Explain it.
So for a long time, all I did was I still do. I just make music, man. You know, and when it's done, I just put it. I might have it on a disc. I might put it on a CD, and I just put it away. And I keep doing shit, and I keep doing the same thing. So I've done that for over 20 years. You know,
Right.
and you know I know a lot of artists be like they be sitting on music and they don't know when to put it out type shit. And I got over that a long time ago. And I just said, yo, because you your own worst critic.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And this is what I was telling you about out there, about demo tapes and all
Right.
of that. And I don't know, something clicked and it was like, nah, man, this shit is crazy. You know?
Right.
And so I just I hollered at Jameson. You know, I was putting I'm gonna go back into the Heavy Archives, but I put the first joint out in 2015. And that's gonna be in July 4th. It's gonna be 10 years that I put Taxi out.
Okay.
So right after that, a couple tapes after that, I was putting shit out with Strictly Cassette. Then the Heavy Archives, I wanted to put the archive shit out. So I hollered at Jameson at Redline. Shout out to Jameson at Redline.
Redline.
And so we started that. So we went from 1 to 10 with Redline.
Okay.
And then, you know, I put out like about 5 or 6 joints with Thick Crates. So I said, yo, I got this 11 that I did and I never put it out.
Right.
And I sent it to him and he really, really liked it. He said, yo, we're going to put this on wax. So that's how 11 came out. Then I just finished 12. I could go up to like Heavy Archives 100 if I wanted to. That's how much music I'm holding on to.
Extra
Yeah. And I still work like that till this day. You know? Like I got things on the board right now. You know? I just submitted 3 records. You know? And I got another 3 in the chamber.
Yeah, you working, bro.
Yeah.
I've
heard. So I'll tell you, for me, what I love about what you do, like I said, the presentation. So when I listen to like the Late Show, there's a certain feel of the time and the era of watching the David Letterman show.
From New York, remember when civilization comes to an end, we were way ahead of you. It's Late Night with David Letterman.
New York television, New York radio.
Listen.
You get it?
Yeah.
You see how I was telling you everything is related?
For sure.
Exactly.
The Cosby Show. Fucking Taxi.
I get it. I love it.
David Letterman.
Right.
What's the other shit? New York radio. You know what I mean? Not many people get it.
Yeah, right.
Thank you. Good looking out. Good looking out. No, but I'm saying it's frustrating, you know?
No. Here's the thing. It's just time. It's going to make sense.
Yeah.
Your time is, I'm not saying it's coming, it's here, but it'll just be elevated.
You just ahead of the curve.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank
That's
you.
all it is.
Good looking
That's all
out.
it is.
You are
That's all
ahead of the curve. Exactly. I'm saying ahead of your time, ahead of the curve.
Good look.
Because you'll lead the curve, they'll be doing what you're doing.
Right.
You're changing the culture.
Ahead of the curve.
But so it's funny because I went one time up to New York to go be on the, not be on.
Yeah, you
but
told
be
me.
a part of
Yeah,
Letterman.
you were telling me. Yeah.
Yo, you know who was there? It was Bob Dole and the Spice Girls. And he had the little pen in his hand, and I didn't know about the thing. I'm like, yo, what is up with this dude? Like sitting there, with the pen in his hand.
Right.
But it was just like ill. Me and my brother rode up there to be, check out Letterman, because I watched it as a little kid. It was the illest show. You stayed up.
Yes.
So I love that you put all that old school New York.
Yo, not to cut you off, but I always wanted to go to one of them shows because my brother Ski, shout out my brother Ski. I don't even know how I was at home around these times. Like, I didn't go to school, I guess, and I was watching Richard Bay. I was like,
From Secaucus.
Yo, I was watching Richard Bay. Yo, right? Remember Richard Bay?
Channel 9.
I was watching Richard
Channel
Bay,
9,
and my man Ski was in the audience, and I was like, yo, what? Like, why didn't you call me, man? Like, I would have went over there,
Yo.
Yeah.
WOR.
WWOR.
Secaucus.
WWOR.
New Jersey.
Was it WOR or W, or it became WWOR?
Or
WWOR.
I know it's a W and an O and an R. So-
Remember that? Yo, oh, man.
Richard Bay.
Yo, bro, you bringing back so much shit to me right now, man. See, that's,
It's so ill.
yeah.
Watch The Richard Bay Show, now at 11 and 4, beginning Monday on Channel 9.
Channel 9, Channel 11 always
Channel
had, remember
11
the
was
movies
picks.
they used to play on Channel 11?
Channel 11 was picks, where you could call in.
Yeah,
you
no.
could do the video game over the
Before
phone.
that.
You remember that shit, bro?
Before that, bro.
You has to be on the phone like
Channel,
picks.
yo,
Picks.
Channel 9, I don't know. Channel 9 and Channel 11 in New York used to play these movies.
Right.
And they weren't necessarily like big movies, but they were dope movies.
Right.
You know? I don't think they were like B movies, but they used to play like down underground movies.
Right.
You know? On like regular TV. And I miss that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure.
Yeah. So Buck knows what's going on. So Buck knows what time it is.
Business. Yeah. But you know why? Yo, Soul Buck is from South Jersey, but Soul Buck wanted to be from New York straight. Yo,
shout out Soul
listen,
Buck, man.
This is my brother.
Yeah.
Soul Buck wanted to be from New York, and he wanted to be Puerto Rican. Soul Buck, tell me I'm lying. Buck, tell me I'm lying.
See, we
Buck, tell me I'm lying.
Yo, that's what's up. That's what's popping.
Shout out to his son. Shout out to his son, Young Z. He's half Puerto Rican. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying.
Oh, man. Yo.
Not lying. Shout out to Soulbug.
Yo, shout out to Soulbug. Yeah.
So let's get into this. Who are some of your influences on production? We out there talking. Let's talk about some influences on production.
Man, it's gonna be a lot of people.
You can say them all.
And I'm gonna forget a couple people.
It's
and then I'm
right.
gonna get home and I'm gonna be like, damn. I didn't say da-da-da-da. You know what I mean?
But shine light on people, a few, you know.
But that's when you add the corrections in the chat. Like, I forgot.
And then if I say this dude, I gotta say this dude. You know? Oh, man. All right, so you got Mount Rushmore, right? Mm-hmm. You got, but see, my 80s Mount Rushmore is different than 90s Mount Rushmore.
Whatever you want.
I came into age of the 90s, right? So
80s Mount Rushmore.
But 80s for me is big too, because I was at the ass end of that. I can't do that, man. We're gonna be here forever,
just say your favorites. You don't have to do Mount Rushmore. You can just say a couple of your. Just highlight a couple of your favorites and what they mean to you. You don't have to get everybody.
Large Professor, DJ Premier, Q-Tip, 45 King, fucking Marley Marl. See, I'm Pete Rock. Bro, it's too many. Said G.
You're not on the spot.
See, I would have went home and been like, I didn't say Said G.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot. There's too many, man. Everybody, all the good records that came out in the 80s and the 90s. Let's say some names.
Let's just do this. Let's have a quick
Say some names.
I'm going to say a name. We're going to have a quick conversation. We was talking about it out there. Let's talk about, because this doesn't get talked about enough. Let's talk about the greatness of the late, great Paul C.
Yeah. Man, they say if he was still around, like, the shit would sound different nowadays, right?
Yeah.
We were talking about having what like the certain type of equipment that you were dealing with at a certain time, and the capabilities that you had back in the day, right?
Yeah. It's when I think of Paul C, like I always think of like the drum programming and the drum fills. Like there's these little pieces inside of those drums that he put that like nobody else was doing. And you can hear it. When you hear the record, you're like, oh, that's Paul C had something to do with that. He engineered that. He did that. And that's
the programming period.
Yeah. But I mean,
you ever hear the Sport G and Mastermind record?
Oh, yeah. Kick it. Bust it, Trey.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. All right.
No, I didn't like
my bad, yo. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. What else? You know what I mean? Like, what was the other shit that was crazy? I mean, of course, the James, right?
Right.
Like,
so
that was nutty.
The Super Love and C Casanova Road was huge to me when I was a kid.
But here's the thing: a lot of people don't know. Super Lover C and Casanova Rudd produced those records.
But they gave him the pull to program, right?
No, here's the funny. I'm gonna tell you this. Casanova Rudd told me this. They wanted to go to Studio 1212 to work on that record once they got the deal. But you know who booked all the time for like half the year? Ultramagnetic.
People think that Paul C produced us, but Paul C didn't produce us. We produced 95%, 99% of our stuff. People check the credits, they would know. Paul was instrumental to our sound. He crafted our sound. We wanted to do the songs at 1212, but guess who booked the time at 1212? Ultramagnetic. Goddamn. They bought all 7 months.
So they had to go down to Green Street. So they went to work with Rod Way.
Okay.
So they couldn't even work with Paul. So a lot of people think that.
So they didn't do that at 1212.
No, they do it 12-12. Like
You're making me look fucked up right now. Can you cut this out? Can you cut this segment out real quick?
No.
I'm supposed to be like a fucking historian here, man. What are you doing to me, man?
I'm telling you.
I'm just fucking with you.
No. I just because it's weird but here's the weird thing. You see the influence that Paul had on them.
Right.
A lot of those records, you're like, you think that Paul did them.
Produced them. Right?
Yeah, you think that,
Right.
But
then you hear other interviews where people say certain things, so shit gets lost in translation. Because I swear I've heard other people say that. Right?
I heard it straight from. I'm
not saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah.
To me, you're such a vibrant dude. Like, you come in, you got this big personality, but you know who also has a super big personality? Nems. How did you get hooked up with Gorilla Nems?
Bing bong. We're from like the same side of Brooklyn, and we were putting records out. We were one person. We knew somebody, Right. We knew somebody, and man, that shit just came together, Yeah. Like it just came together, man, And that's like. I say that's. I mean, I only have one record with somebody rhyming. All my other shit is like beat tapes and shit, you know. So I'm very, I've had some people tell me that they really like that record,
Oh yeah.
Well,
like everybody here say that.
Let me say that I really like that record, Jazzsoon.
Good looking out. Yeah, it's a great record, man. It's a great record. I don't think it gets
really
talked
talked
about enough.
Yeah.
But it's a complete record, And I'll say that myself. I don't like to big up my shit too much because you gotta let other people. If you bigging your shit up all the time, that means
right.
Well, that's why we're here to bring it.
Good looking out.
Yeah.
Great record though, man.
Great record. Great record. Some really good beats.
Everybody
on
go listen to that joint.
Some really good beats on it.
See now this is another thing, and this goes back to the New York, and now I'm seeing the whole connection. One of my favorite groups and one of my favorite albums, I love the Beastie Boys. I love Paul's Boutique for what it is, but the Beastie Brown, like the mixes you did, there were some songs that I didn't like on, what's that one album? There's like a later Beastie Boys album, and I really didn't like the beats. Yeah, I didn't like To the Five Boroughs. But you made some of these songs. You made songs come to life.
They sound really good.
Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you. I really enjoy doing remixes. Like I like doing remixes and trying to outdo the original shit.
You did that.
No, you definitely.
You know how that came about, though, man.
Break it down.
I wouldn't say like I'm a huge Beastie Boys fan. I love Paul's Boutique. I love Ill Communication. I love those records, right? I kept seeing fucking Mike D.
Your name Michael Diamond?
No, mine's Cloud. I don't know him. I just kept seeing him. I swear, I ran into him like 3 times. We get on the train, and this motherfucker's right there. I'm on the Brooklyn Bridge, and fucking, he's like riding a bike, and I'm like, and then fucking, you remember Kim's Music on St. Mark's?
Nah.
So Kim's was a spot, right? It was like 3 stories. It was music and movies, right? And it's classic spot, right? So I used to go there, and I used to just be there for hours, listening to records. It was just an ill spot, you know what I mean? And they had a Beastie Boys acapella. And I was like, man, let me get this shit. Because that was around the time I was doing a lot of these remixes. Right. I would do a remix project, and then throw it in the archive, then like 10 to 12 remixes, throw it in the archive, then do another one, then do another one, and I got shit like that. So I bought a whole, I guess this is when people were first doing stems and shit, but nobody knew how they were doing this shit. So there was a whole, like a bootleg Beastie Boys acapella album. So I went and bought that. And I was like, yo, let me just do this real quick. I was like, James Brown, I think that'll make sense. Yeah. And then shout out to Strictly Cassette. They flipped that shit. He did, you know, there was different color cassettes, like the original.
Yeah.
Like the original joint,
Yes.
right? Yeah. So, and that's a really rare tape. Them shits are like nowhere. Yeah.
Bro,
Them shits are nowhere.
You know what's funny? I got up.
That was a good tape, man. That was a good tape.
Yeah.
That was a good tape. Yeah.
I got up on Paul's Boutique late because I was so into the first Beastie Boys record, and then the kids would come to school and they was hyping up the new Beastie Boys record. I was like, because I heard like "Hey Ladies," I'm like, it's okay. But then when I heard "Shake Your Rump,"
the joint.
and I got the was it Love American Style EP, and I was like, oh, this is retarded. And so then I was like, then I got.
They had the
Paul's
video
Boutique.
for "Shake Your Rump" too. Yeah,
Crazy.
and it was like 70s style.
Crazy.
Right? I read an interview that they said, I forgot where they got all those clothes. They got those clothes from somewhere.
Yeah. Oh no, they were staying in some mansion like in LA.
And those clothes were in the mansion, right? Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Oh,
Crazy.
Listen, I'm a big Beastie Boys fan. Yo.
Oh, you know another thing that I love that I haven't played it. I still got it in the magazine. Is the Biz Flexi
in the Grand Royal.
Yeah.
Yo,
The Benny and the Jets joint.
I had it. I took mine out, lost it, whatever. I had that joint, man. I'm hot. I used to. They only put out like 3 magazines. I
did a beat off that shit. It's on one of the archive safes. It's pretty dope. It's on one of the later ones. One of like I think 9 or 10. Might even be 10. Yeah. Yeah.
So going back to now thinking about that record, you know, the Beastie Brown, everybody check that out. But the packaging. So how much are you into the packaging? Do you let them take it, or you got?
You want to talk about the Dwight Gooden shit?
Break it down.
All right. So Beastie Brown was the second cassette I did after Taxi, and then I was working on. Oh, this is a wild one. Check this out. So I was working on this project, Dr. K, for a minute. It was an idea I had. And I'm working on it, right? This is after I dropped the Beastie Brown. The Beastie Brown it's a picture, the cover of the cassette is zoomed in a picture of, there's a Dwight Gooden jersey on the cover of Beastie Brown. If you look towards like, I think the left, like, right, real quick. So I said, all right, this is the next thing I'm going to drop, so I'm going to do this, right? That's just another thing, like, you know, it's another one of those things. So I'm working on Dr. K, right? And I have this board that I used to just turn. I used to listen. Man, I was abusing myself. I would turn the volume up on the 1680, you know, the recording machines that I still use. And I wound up getting tinnitus while I was fucking, yeah, man. And I still got it to this day. But it's like my right arm now. It's there, you know? Right. Yeah, so I was working on the shit, and I had just finished the first side. And many people don't talk about this. A lot of you motherfuckers that got this shit, and you don't talk about it. I'm going to talk about it. Because, I don't understand why people don't talk about this shit. Don't listen to music mad loud with your headphones. So I always knew what the shit was, right? And fucking, I'm banging this shit out, man. And the last beat on the last side, bro, you listen to the first side. The last beat on the first side, you listen to the last beat on the first side, and that happened to me. I take the headphones off, and it's like, on my left ear, right? And I'm like, nah, man, let me just go to sleep and see if fucking, nah. So we still here, but we good now, because it's like, it's not as loud as it was, and like I said, it's part of me now, you know what I mean? So it doesn't bother me anymore. But when I first had it, I took like a year off of fucking with music because it was really bothering me. Wow. Like it was really, really bothering me. You know what I mean? Yeah. You ain't think that's a little nugget. You ain't think you was gonna get that. We going platinum gold, baby. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, we going platinum gold.
So you just
That's wild though, right?
No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So you just talked about some of the equipment you had. What do you work with? What is the equipment you work with?
I'll use the MPC 2000 XL, the SP 303, and I record on the VS 1680, a rolling machine, which is a digital recorder. And I got 2 of them now because I've been working so much that I got this project that I'm working on Soon Ra right now with my man Koreatown Oddity, and it's full up with shit from this project.
Right.
So I had to get another one. So I got 2 of them now. The twins. I call them the twins.
Right.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what's so crazy? I remember. So the 2000, you got the 2000 XL with the 8 outs. With the 8 outs in the back and
the first one I had copped had the 8 outs. This one is like a newer one that I got. I got this one. I bought the XL when it first came out.
Right.
So this is like 99, 2000 around sometime around there. And I had that until 2010.
Right.
Till it was on its last leg. Like, and I had to get rid of it. If you a lot of people always saying that my machine is dirty, the one I use now. If you saw this one, y'all I got a picture of it in an old phone. When I go through this old phone, I'm gonna send you one of these pictures, man. This machine, it doesn't even have the side, like, there's like 2 side pieces that screw in. It ain't even got that. Like,
it's open?
Yeah, it's open.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. But I was still killing that shit though. I was still killing it. You know?
It still works, right?
It still works. It works.
Right, well,
Listen.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
That's a lot of people's problem, man, is they don't master a machine.
Yep.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? They'd be like, oh, this machine looks pretty. Let me buy this machine. You know? And not master that machine. You know, did Herbie Hancock go and be like, I'm going to play bass. I want to see what the bass plays, how I sound on bass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I take that serious, man. Like,
Absolutely. Yo, what's crazy is my brother, I used to rhyme. Well, maybe still kind of, but anyway.
I was going to say.
So my brother bought me the 2000 XL. He's like, yo, you going to make beats. Man, I got that thing home. Yo, you gonna make the beats to rhyme to your song. I looked at that, read that manual. Man, I didn't know what to do with this thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, ding, ding. Yo, beats were horrible, man. Horrible. Like, I still have it, the XL. That's why I asked you about the 8 outs and all that. I still got the
the
zip
machine.
drive. Mine still has the zip drive.
Get out of here, yeah. It got the regular zip or it got the zip or the floppy drive?
It's the
skinny one?
No, the
zip drive.
The zip drive.
All right.
Hey, you can't even find them.
Yeah.
I got the zip.
Yeah, I got the zip drive too. Yeah.
But it's weird, you know, like you were just talking about technology. It's like I was saying in the beginning, I came across, you and your music through technology.
Instagram. Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah.
And it amazes me, like even Kotta Ranks, he followed my page. I met him through Soulbuck and this brother right here, Ron Living. I do videos for him.
Okay.
And he came across me like that. So I really think we're in an age where we can reach out and touch the whole entire
anybody. Yeah. You can send anybody a message.
And way different than when we were coming up where everything was right here. Yo, it's your block. If your block is popping, then you go here. You might go to this borough, this whatever. Oh, now we rocking with, then we can take it somewhere else. Now you can press the button. You everywhere.
Listen, man, I used to.
It's beautiful.
I used to go looking for my friends, man, and having to be like, yo, like out the wind, like being on the block, and like, yo,
Yeah.
Like, yo, Steve, yo. I come from those days, man. And to see where we at right now is crazy.
Yeah.
2025, this is the future. We are living the Jetsons. I saw a meme that said George Jetson would have been 3 years old. You saw that shit?
Oh, real word?
Yeah, you saw that? George Jetson today would have been
3 years old?
3 or 4 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. That's some wild shit,
we still
right?
got the flying cars yet.
That's some wild shit. We ain't got the flying cars. I don't think we'll ever have the flying cars because we got the planes, though.
Yeah.
We got the planes.
But the flying cars.
Yeah, no.
No, because that's, we all thought, like, 2020 is going.
Yeah. You got the Teslas
Or
though. You got
2000.
that big ugly fucking.
Yo, that shit is. Yo, that look like a PlayStation 2
Yo, that
truck,
shit
man.
looks, bro. That shit looks crazy, bro.
Yo, that shit is ugly.
That shit is not fly at all.
No, not at all.
Yeah. When I first saw it, I thought, when I first saw the shit, I thought it was like one of them soapbox cars that somebody made, bro. I swear to you. I swear I'm not trying to be funny. I fucking swear to you, bro. Yeah. I thought somebody made the car. And I saw it out here. Yeah.
Soapbox Derby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, you're not wrong. That thing is mad ugly. And that's just like, I'm trying to beat my status.
Yeah, I'm trying to be, I got money, all of that,
thing
right?
is mad.
Yeah, chill out, man. You know? Chill the fuck out, man.
Oh, man. So you're a big vintage dude. I see you, you're a collector, you flip things. Like,
Thank God, man. Thank God for this, bro. Yeah. Like, for real. Seriously, man. Thank God, bro.
Yeah.
Thank God for the internet. Thank God for the kids buying $300 T-shirts and all of this. Thank you, man. Thank you.
So did you?
I come from the '80s and the '90s where you couldn't. How are you getting $1? Like, how the fuck you getting a? You know what I mean? I'll be working at Burger King or some shit. I worked at Burger King. I worked at car washes. You know what I mean? Like I know about it. You know, I know about it. I'm very thankful and fortunate, bro, that I was able to take some shit that I'm into and be able to make money off of it. Right. And more than one way. Either I'm selling records or like I'm selling this some shit that I know about. I'm very fortunate, bro. Yeah. And it's not that easy. You gotta be into it. You gotta know what's going on. Right. You know, because I got friends that hit me while they at the thrift store, like, yo, does da go for money? Yo, what? You know, and I'm like, nah, man. Like, why do you think that? Like, why would you even think that? You know, like, yeah. Why would you think Under Armour T-shirt go for money, my man? What's wrong with you?
Under Armour.
That's funny.
People just think because it's old that is worth something.
Yeah.
And that's not,
it's automatically vintage.
Yo, I got this scroll from
You gotta
King
know.
Midas.
You gotta know.
Yo, do treasure trolls go for money, yo? You know what I'm saying? Yo, I got this treasure troll. He got green hair. He look like He-Man, though. He got the He-Man suit on.
Yo. You collected comic books, right?
Yeah.
Yo, let's have a comic book discussion.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm a big comic dude. So what was your comic book when you was younger that you was really into?
All right, I was a Batman fanatic. I got a picture of what I mean when I was like 5 years old, and for Halloween I got a Batman suit on. I'll be asking my mom for the picture all the time, but fucking. She don't know what the picture is, man. Watch, I'm gonna find the picture and I'm gonna use it as an album cover.
Oh yeah.
Mask.
Rock the sprat. Yeah, wait till you see this picture, bro. It's $1 million.
I expect to see it on the album.
I'm telling you, it's $1 million. I'm like, yo, can you get me this picture? I even asked my sister, can you find this picture for me? Yeah, so I was a Batman fanatic, bro. You know, and the thing is, I didn't like the Batman from the 80s. Like, I wanted to get the Batman from, like, the 50s and the 60s.
Right.
What was dude's name?
Kane.
What's my man's name?
Bob Kane, isn't it?
No.
Adam something.
Nope.
No, I'm talking about the artist.
No, Neil Adams came. Yeah, I'm talking about the artist too. Not Neil Adams came later.
I thought it was Bob Kane.
Sheldon Madoff.
You got me, bro.
Shelley. Look him up, bro. It's the dude that did the Batman from the 50s, 60s, something like that. Okay. All of those like cartoony, like there's a certain style from that era. I forgot what they call it, but that was my most favorite shit, man. When I was a kid in the 80s, and then Dark Knight Returns came out. Oh, yo, man.
He got silent.
That's big to me. That's huge to me, man. Yo, when that shit came out, there was this kid named Jason in my class, right? And and we got into a fight, right? But then and we wasn't cool for a long time. But then fucking I saw we got cool after that. I'm not saying I'm not a person like that you got something and I'm like, I'm gonna be cool with you again. But we got cool, and then he had this book, right? And it was the trade paperback with all the books in it, right? The first joint. The first joint with the cover, he's like this, with the skyline in the back?
Yeah.
All right, that one. I'm like, what is this, yo? Right? You know what I mean? That shit blew my mind, man. So I was on that, and then I was still on Batman for a minute, and then I got into Spider-Man because of Todd McFarlane.
That was, yeah.
So that whole Rob Liefeld, Todd McFarlane, Jim Lee, that whole, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a lot of cats before me are like John Buscema and, right? Like these are names you know, right? Right? So Neil Adams, right? These are your names, right? Those were my names, Jim Lee.
Right.
Todd McFarlane, which they went and started Image, which I really was kind of like, with the Image shit, But man, the McFarlane when he was doing Hulk, when he was doing Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man. Before, you know what I mean? That Spider-Man 300 cover is crazy. Yeah,
I know.
Those things, man. There's a lot of other things I'm into too. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you know what I love? Those Justice League covers, man. And I just saw fucking 7L flip the shit. You saw that shit? Those covers.
Yeah.
Those covers, bro. Those Justice League covers. When I saw that shit, I was like, oh man. So, I love those. There's like 5 or 6 different variations of that. So there's a lot of, who else? What other artist is ill, man, that nobody talks about? And he did Batman. He did, smell like French fries or something.
That's so much.
Bucks at it again.
Yo.
Man, Bucks at it again.
My man, Pana, oye, Pana. Yo, fucking Norm Brayfogle. You know who that is?
Norm Brayfogle. I'm going to tell you my favorite.
But this is like under the radar dude, man. Right. Norm Brayfogle, man. He was doing Batman. He was doing Batman. You remember Mud Pack? Remember that? Remember the series Mud Pack? Anyway, go
on
back.
DC?
Yeah, of course. Batman was on DC. No,
I'm a big,
yo.
No, I mean,
remember that Batman was on Marvel and shit, yo. Yo, you left the door open,
That's
bro. I had to walk in.
About Image, you could have seen it.
I had to walk in, yo. I had to walk in. You left the door open. You said, yo, come in. I got something for you. Yeah. I had to. I couldn't resist.
Stan Lee, Batman.
Because I'm a big Marvel dude.
Okay.
So
a lot of people were. I didn't become a big Marvel dude till later on. I was DC because
DC Comics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So my favorite artist is always Bill Sienkiewicz.
Oh, crazy. Beta Ray Bill.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, come on. I know that shit, man. Come on, man. I know that shit.
I used to collect the New Mutants, and he back in the day, and he used to do the covers on the New Mutants, and then later on, like the EPMD record. The 30
he
did that.
Yeah, you
Like
right. Wow.
Bill Sienkiewicz.
Right.
Yo, shout out
I
to
didn't
my
even know
brother
that.
Big Russ.
Yo,
he knows the deal.
Didn't he do
What
He
cover,
did a
Ed?
T.I. album, the third album, the one with the police got him with the gun.
Okay.
Business as usual, right?
Yeah, but there's too many businesses.
Yeah, I know. I only know it because it's my favorite EPMD record.
Okay.
Right.
That we was talking about that.
We're going to talk about some records here.
Yo, didn't he do X Factor 15? First appearance Archangel? He did the cover for that, right?
15.
X Factor 15.
Oh,
Yeah,
man, somebody look
sure.
it up. Look up X Factor
And he got
15.
wait up. No, I'm thinking about somebody else. I'm thinking about the dude, him and his wife were artists. And they had the same they had like the same signature.
Oh, no. Oh, damn it.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly. Simonson. Louise and Walter
Yeah.
Simonson.
Yeah.
Louise and Walter Simonson.
Yeah.
All right, we know some comic book shit.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Another. The Ninja Turtles was my shit on Mirage, though.
Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. Go, 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 go.
You gonna make me mad. Go
On
ahead.
Mirage.
You gonna make me mad.
Even on Soul Suit. All of those little independents that they was on. All right? I love the Cerebus joint. The joint.
Yeah, that was ill. The artwork.
The cover of the Cerebus joint. I'm talking about the Ninja Turtles and Cerebus. That one joint they had. I forgot what number it was. Yeah.
Bro, do you know how mad I was downtown? It used to be Fat Jack's comic crib.
Okay. They just shut it down.
They just shut it down.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Peace, people. Want to take a quick pause for the cause just to let you know, going forward, due to technical difficulties, we are sorry, but the audio is not as crisp and clear as the previous audio. Just wanted to let you know ahead of time. But continue listening, please. And, just wanted to let everybody know. Now back to the show.
Yo, we would go in. This is when I'm in college. We would get our little work study money. I would go with my boy down there. I remember seeing them Ninja Turtle comics, but I'm so superheroed out, Marvel, DC. Right. Pass them joints up. Them joints is worth paper. You would see them down there, I'm like,
yo, number one,
bro.
Even every print. Every print. Yeah, every print.
Oh, that shit.
Every print. 1 through 5 go for big pay. I think 1 through 5. Yeah, probably 1 through 5, right? Goes for good money.
That's mortgage. Right, mortgage money.
You get them. What you call it? You get them graded.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Did you collect comic books, Kotta Ranks?
I was into them, but I wasn't a collector like that.
Okay.
You know?
I mean,
yeah, I
was the dude that only had enough money to buy like maybe 2-3 comics, so I could never really collect.
Me too.
I could never collect. You know,
I boosted too. I used to do that shit too. You know what I mean? It's like we had a thing we used to do up the back at Macy's. You ever up the back at Macy's?
He threw it up the back, right? And as soon as he did that, all you hear was the lady screaming,
John, they're stealing!
With your backpack, and you go up the back. You be like,
up the back.
Yeah, up the back. That's real. That's
John, they're stealing.
Yeah, up the back at Macy's, man.
Oh my God. So I don't want to get into the story, but I love the quote that came from it. You know, you had went viral for this quote. You gotta live your life.
Nah, it's so corny, man.
You gotta live life on the weekends. You know what I mean? You gotta live your life on the weekends. You know what I'm saying? Fucking steak and shrimp on the weekends. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah, they made me look.
No. I don't want to get into that. Yeah. I wanted the quote.
Not that they made yo. Shout out to Ivan Cash. They didn't make me look corny, but just that. And it wasn't me. That was Twitter that did that.
Right.
That wasn't them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. They had nothing to do with like that shit went viral because of Twitter.
Right. But the quote you said. So what did you say? You gotta live your life
on the weekend. Some shit.
But I say like
I was freestyling, bro. I don't know what the fuck I was.
I'm acting like this was just some profound type stuff.
Yeah. They were talking like I was splitting brain cells. Like
But here's the thing. I do believe that, like, you know, if you work a 9 to 5 and you work during the week,
right?
You get to that weekend,
right?
Now you got your like we're here chilling, drinking beers.
I wasn't even working a job at the time, and I'm like, you gotta live your life on the weekends. I'm fucking. I wake up mad early. You know what I mean?
But you were speaking for you were speaking for everybody else.
I know what it's like, man. I know what it's about. I know what it's about. You know.
But I always felt that when you said that. And I'm like, yo, for the every man, the regular dude, they feel that, you know.
Yeah, without a doubt.
But you know, I feel I'm you know, everybody that's here, I'm really happy that we kind of grew up in this era that we are, and then not that there's a resurgence, but the stuff that we're like you just said, the stuff that we like and into is still cool.
You gotta understand, when I was 20, when I was in my early 20s, what I'm doing now was not cool.
Right.
You know what I mean? People were like, what is that? Like, what are you doing? You know? We already, you know, was going on, you know, those type of beats and shit. You know what I mean?
Yo, I know you.
Yo. You know what I mean? I'm not into that shit, man. I don't, you know, I know some old records that sound like that, which is dope with the double time drumming, but I wasn't into that shit. And now, I'm not gonna front, I listen to some of them shits now, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. Right. But it's not like, it ain't the shit that really gets me, man, you know? And the shit that I really wanted to do was not, that shit wasn't popping back in 2000, 2001. You know? It wasn't popping like that.
Right.
So I came up in a fucked up time. You know? Right. But what I was doing wasn't cool, and nobody wanted to really fucking pay attention. And then on top of that, I didn't have no outlet. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. That's why I don't think I dropped my first thing till I was 35, bro.
Right on time.
That's crazy.
Right on time.
100%. Go look it up.
Time came.
Yeah.
Yo. It came back for you, and like I said, this time that we're working in, especially with the technology, you know, everything,
without a doubt.
you can get it everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I'm telling you that Instagram shit is, yo, I sell records in Australia. Shout out to Australia, you know. Shout out to my man Delta in Australia. Yo, I sell records in Japan. I sell records to Japan, Australia, France, UK, you know, Great Britain. Worldwide, baby. You know what I mean? China, yo, I sell records to China, bro. This is every drop consistently, right? You know? Ask Paul. I don't know what Paul's selling records. Paul's got his own people he's selling records. Paul's selling records all over the place. You know what I mean? Yo, Paul, why ain't you on my shit, Paul? Yo, Paul, come to my shit for a second, bro. We cool over here too, man. Yo. I ain't got too many people up here, Paul. You know what I'm saying? I can use a couple more hands up here.
Switch reels.
Switch reels. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
Yeah,
but like I said, we're really in a time, man, where you can take advantage of the technology, who you know, your relationships and all that, and you can. Me and Soulbuck was talking about that earlier. Me and Kotta Ranks was talking about that earlier. We like the people that you know, and especially with technology, you press a button, you're everywhere.
I'm all for it, yo. Listen, when I was in high school, they was taking us to like computer rooms and shit, and I was like, what the fuck are we doing in here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I didn't get it. Now, I'm like, all right, AI, how can I use this to help me?
Yo, I want to thank everybody for listening. Thank you for listening through the technical difficulties. But we felt there was some gems in there. But thank you again for listening. Once again, follow us, like, share, subscribe, send to a friend, send to your fellow hip-hoppers. Let them know that the Prospective Podcast is out there. And if you're in the Philadelphia area, follow us. Come through. Come see the Prospective live. Come check out Kotta Ranks on the turntables. Check us out as we interview our guests. Get some food, get some drinks. We're at the Khyber Pass every month in Center City, Philadelphia, and we talk to a hip-hop who's who. So come through. Bars. We're going to let our man Jazzsoon close it out. got another freestyle. We'll let him close it out. All right? We'll check y'all out on the next episode. Thank you for listening.
What up? Let's go. Let's get it going on. Let's get it going on. Let me see. Check it out. Yeah. All right. Yo. Downtown Brooklyn, Atlantic and Flatbush, Jazzsoon the dude God, drive like a MacBook, 3/4 Sherlin, but a leather goose down. People looking at me like GQ got the juice now. I'm on the rooftop looking at the skyline, boombox bumping, looking for the right time, coming out swift, sharp like a 3-piece, chilling downtown with the gold in the teeth meet. They call me Hot Song, baby, get your shit right. Wolfman Jack only come out after midnight. I ain't the one. Second on the third place, called in safe, sliding in the third plate. Take my time with the rhythm like a jazz tune, flam rock Julio and your brother Jazzsoon 3Q. Let's get it popping at the party, y'all. We could get it live while I take them to the Mardi Gras. Yo.